Hello and welcome. My name's Beck and you're watching Beck's Crafty Nook. We're joined by all the dogs. And you smell a little bit. We were just outside gardening and they have rolled in something and you stink. I don't want to have to bath you, but I'm gonna have to. Anyway, come to you today because it was my birthday this week. I turned the big 40 and a few people gave me some money. Work gave me money despite only being back one week. But previous to leaving work, I was there for 3 years, so it was very, very kind of them. And Thursday at work we're going to do an Eras party. So I turned 40, somebody else turned 20, somebody else turned 30, and somebody else turned 50, all in the month of March. So we're going to have a little dress up party. And I have, like, this shirt's a bit dirty, so I use it for gardening because my sweet potato kind of dripped on it and now it's got marks on it. But I have an orange one of these and I've got a headband. So we come in our era, so it's an Eras party. So I'll be going in the 80s. But anyway, I come in here to show you all the stuff I've been shopping for that I bought with my gift vouchers. So there's a few things that I've bought here and there in the past. But we'll start with a Kmart haul. So here's everything I got from Kmart. It's pretty exciting. I'll put it in a spotlight bag. So Kmart generally just gets a few little bits and bobs in, and they had cleared out their yarn section. I quite like getting white from there because it's only $2.50 in the 8-ply acrylic, and I get the grey because it's just got this really pretty mottled colour. If you have a look at my pattern review on the amigurumi bat, I used the grey on that. So I actually bought up quite a bit of grey. I think that's one there. I bought 3 or 4 because I saw that they were clearing it out. So now in winter in Australia, we will get our limited edition blanket yarns. Luckily, I found a couple of supplies online where I can get blanket yarn, but in general, the stores don't really keep it. Spotlight is finally keeping Motivero Blankie in their stores as a permanent fixture, but before that it had been seasonal. It could still be seasonal, but maybe they've made a space for it for the whole season, whereas we normally just get like an end cap and it's there till it's sold out and then they don't get any more. But I have a little tip for that if you're in Australia about the blanket yarn in Spotlight, so stay tuned and keep watching because we have a Spotlight haul as well. So I went to Kmart with the girls and I checked out their yarn section and they have these. Look how pretty. Actually, they have a picture of it worked up in a beanie. So this is multi-twist yarn, 100 grams, approximately 80 meters. It is like very bulky. And what I'm thinking is a loaf cats with this. I rated my mum's, and we might even have a look at that if we have enough space, like enough data space and enough time. I went shopping in mum's shipping container, and quite a few times ago I went shopping and she had a Motivero twist and it was in black and white, and I made my first loaf cat with it and it was a really good size. So I'm thinking rainbow loaf cats. So I got 3 of those in that color. I'll just see, does it say a color name? It's acrylic, retro, made in China. Cool machine wash, dry flat in shade, don't iron, don't tumble dry. Yeah, there's a big hair in there. Yeah, that's probably just animal hair. So I got 3 of those. Look how pretty. Okay, so I had to show these to you and do this video before I can use them, but I'll be making loaf cats. And then they only had, they had a few in this color, but I didn't love it as much as the other, so I just got one of these. Here is an example of it made up. It looks a bit bleh. Looks very green, made up with just a splash of pink. and this is called Miami. So there's orange, yellow, green, and pink in there. There's a close-up. Here's those two together. This is just gorgeous. Otto, can you stop, please? And then they had one more color, which I would have gotten more of, but they only had one skein left. So I might have to check another spotlight, but I will make a loaf cap first to check that I like it. So it's this one. I love gray with rainbow. It's so pretty. Now we have a little mishap there, but as I said, it's the only one. So it looks to be very much like roving yarn twisted. I mean, I guess all yarn is done that way, but yes. So yeah, it's not like a true, like this is twisted and then the two are twisted together. They're both very much roving yarn. Here's a picture of it made up. But yeah, imagine loaf kitties. So that's the 3 colorways together. And I'll just check what this one is called. It is called Neon. So that's those. Also at Kmart, they have, what does the receipt say? So these ones were only $3.50 to buy. And the big blanket yarn, this is only 10. So you get 300 grams. The Motivera blankie is $18 for the same size. But they only have 2 colors. They have this color and a sage color. But I might go back and get the sage color because I need to do, or I would like to do a dragon. So that was a great buy. And then, so that's all they had. They had the 2 colors in the big blanket, the 3 colors in the twist, and they had 3 colors in this velvet, which is, oh, and they got a little picture there of it made into a pillow. This is mushroom. You never have too many brown kind of colors for teddy bears and bunnies and all sorts of things. Chickens. So they had this color, they had gray, and they had this pretty pink. So I just got these 2. I could have got the gray, but I've got gray. And they're showing a shirt here. It's just so much cheaper at Kmart, so I wish they got more colors. This is called Quiet Pink. And they were $3 each. Like, that's a really good buy. The size of the yarn, I think, is comparable, yeah, to the Baby Bliss. Bella Baby. Which is, I like this bigger size because I can make mini dragons. I can make axolotls, that sort of thing with it. So that's the Kmart haul. Let's pop that back. Alright, our next haul is from Choice Discount Shop, which is our $2 shop, or whatever you call it, discount shop. These are $3.99 each. And so seasonally we'll get the blanket yarn in. And you got to get it in, you got to get it while the getting's good. So I got a few colors that I haven't got yet, and I can order these online, but it's just nice to buy it in store, have it. And I'm thinking like gummy bears, different colored gummy bears. What else? Axolotls, chickens. So this is a blanket chenille by Portercraft. You get 100 grams, and this is the color Solid Mulberry. 5mm hook, and it's very soft. It's softer than Banat, so it's really nice. So I got that one. I got Marshmallow. I do have one of these, but I thought I'd get another one. Then I got Solid Salmon. It's very true to color there. It's quite orange, like a burnt dusty orange. Then we got Solid Baby Blue. Now that looks blue there, but it's actually more of a mint green. Interesting. Then we got Solid Teal. Again, this looks blue on camera, but it is green. It is a true teal color. Then we got, so weird how the camera does that. Multi magenta, that looks true to color, pink and purple. And then I got solid mustard. So I'm making a horse commission, and I need to use like a mustard color and that beige color that I got from Kmart. So I've got those. And then I also got just a couple of clear books to put all my patterns in. I've got lots of patterns that I have bought in the past that I'm starting to print out. I've got to find my axolotl pattern because I'm pretty sure I bought it from Ko-Fi and I haven't been able to log into the old account. So I'm hoping it's saved on my iPad somewhere, and then I'll print it out and I'll put it in the book. I also already have a printout somewhere. So that's from Choice. So if you're in Australia, get down to Choice. They've got their blanket chenille out. Okay, next is our spotlight hauls. I have quite a lot of mill ends to show you and something to talk to you about with the mill ends, like a little tip, just like my little tip about the granny square yarn in the mill ends. But before I show you that, look at this. So I had my eye on this for a little while, but it's quite expensive. It's Abbey Road, called Because I'm Happy. I feel like this is kind of new. I think I hadn't seen it before. It's 100 grams, which is 350 meters. Oh, I'm like, it feels really soft and squishy, like it feels luxurious. I love the Abbey Road cotton. I just love the vibrancy of the colors. And same here, like I love this rainbow. It's just so pretty and vibrant. But yeah, it's really squishy and soft, and because it's 75% microfiber acrylic, ooh, and 25% merino wool. That's why it's expensive. So it's $10. No, I paid $12. I think it was $13 and I paid $12. Yeah. So I wasn't going to get it until I had a project in mind, but I've just started making this little baby dragon. I'll put a picture of the pattern, and I've seen people adding a strand of acrylic to their blanket yarn or chenille yarn. So for the baby dragon, I'm using this Bella Baby in white, and it's super soft and really luxurious. And I thought if I combine it with these, because there's a few different colorways, I might pop them up as well. I think it's just gonna really be beautiful and like make people want it a lot. And then maybe I can do the accents in just the acrylic, because it's so soft and luxurious. It's gonna be nicer than just like a normal acrylic is a little scratchy, but when you touch this, it's just so soft. So I what would you say, I was able to buy it because I have a project. So I'm making the first baby dragon, seeing how that turns out, and if I'm happy with that, we're going to try one combined, and then it might turn out just slightly bigger. But look at these, like the pinks and the oranges and the purple goes to dark purple to blue, and the yellows. Oh, so excited. Okay, and also I wouldn't mind doing a rapid round granny square in that too. I think that would be very special. So that's that. So let me get all my mill ends and we'll go through them. Okay, I'm back. I didn't buy all of these this week. I pop in a Spotlight and I keep a lookout. At the moment, VIP, these are $10 a bag. And so keep your eyes out in the mill ends for blanket yarn. So this is, I'm quite sure, Banat blanket, possibly the mystical or the tie-dye-ish, and I'm thinking loaf cats. 400 grams, and the Moda Vera, let's do some math, The Motivera blankie, let's have a look. Okay, I do my calculations. So to buy a Banat blanket in Australia, you need to buy it online, and what they do is they buy it from America, they put the shipping cost on top, and so Banat blanket for a 300 gram skein cost us $27.99. So I've just divided everything to find out how much it would be per 100 grams. So real Banat blanket, which I think this is tie-dye or mystical, is $9.33 per 100 grams. This is 400 grams for $10, which brings it down to $2.50 per 100 grams. So you've got to look in your Millans and you've got to snap up any blanket yarn you find that you like. So let's look at all the blanket yarn that I got. Also, I did do the Motivera. It's $18 regular, which takes it to $6 per 100 grams. And VIP is $12.60, and that takes it to $4.20. So this is still half price of that. And it's very limited colors. So then today I found this one. It's I'm guessing this is Banat blanket. It's a mauvey pink, antique rose. Today I also found this one. This is a sage green. It's a little darker than that, a little more green than what you can see. So absolute deal in a steal. So I'm keeping my eyes out and I'm buying any blanket yarn that I see. And then I found orange. So I thought I can do duckies. I just saw somebody making like little tutu ducks. They're like rubber duckies, but with tutus on them. And of course they need a beak and some little feeties. That's all the blanket yarn that I've got so far, pretty sure. I think that's it. Yeah, so I'm just keeping my eye out and I'm snapping up any colors. But this is an absolute find because they look great for loaf cats. Then I saw this 8-ply yarn. I thought it had sparkle in it, but it's just like shiny and sparkly. Maybe it does have a tiny bit, but you can't really see. Oh, there you go. You can see a tiny bit of the sparkle because I'm making these little dolls. I've got the glamour photo here. I'll be doing a pattern review, but I'm making these little dolls, and so I want the gold for the mermaid tails, and I didn't really have a gold. I've got a few like sparkle yarns from last time, limited edition. These were like cakes and I wound them into different colors. So here's a tail that I've done. This is sheeples, this one, but this is the cake that I've wound up. But it'd be nice for them to just all have the same color like the picture. So that's going to last me for ages. I'll be able to make a ton of those with 400 grams. And then I found this. This is so pretty. There you go. That's a better representation. So it's blue with golds in it. And it looks like Lion Brand ombre, the ones that these are made out of. These blankets. So I want to make a corner to corner with that. It's only 400 grams and I'm pretty sure each skein is 150 grams and it took 5. So I'm going to mix it with another color. In the mill ends I have this exact same yarn, but it's just in this dark plain blue. So I'm going to find a way that we can mix it. I really like the corner to corner because it's just so mindless. Like you just make it so wide and then decrease at a certain amount of time. But yeah, I've got to make sure that I do so many rows. I don't know if I want it to look overly stripy. So yeah, I'm going to have to think about that. I might even find a graph that's kind of like two-toned. We'll see. But also, look at this. This is acrylic, pretty sure. And it looks like yeah, this is acrylic. But I love how it's multi-tonal. How you've got the bit of white mixed in. And the oranges. So this will make a beautiful corner to corner. But then again, I could mix this one with white because it's acrylic. The problem with the Mandala Ombre type yarn is I don't want to mix it with just a plain scratchy white in acrylic, but this is acrylic yarn, so I can mix this with white. And maybe, I also thought maybe with this one, we could do a, what do you call it, chevron? What are they called? I'll put it on screen. A bit like the Hugs and Kisses blanket. So yeah, that's all my millends. So that's everything. That's the haul. Look how beautiful that is. Even this could go really nicely in a wraparound granny square. So I'm gonna have to think about it, but I still think Hugs and Kisses like this mixed with white would be really, really beautiful. So that's it. That's all the yarns, and now I can start using them. So I hope you enjoyed looking at all the stuff I've got. Don't forget to go check out those millends because it's totally worth it. Also, go to the cheap shop, check out all the blanket yarn that they have there if you're in Australia, because we're very limited here as to what we can get. And Kmart, look how nice these are. So pretty. I'll just see if the yarn from Mum's shipping container is. Okay, I found it. One more haul. This haul is sponsored by my mum. She has a shipping container full of yarn that she's not using at the moment, and she has so kindly let me go shopping in there to take whatever I want. She even has some mohair that she said I could have, but I don't want to take it until I have a project in mind. And the thing about that is, like, she knows that if I take all her yarn, then she'll get to go yarn shopping when she becomes obsessed with yarn again. At the moment, she's very much into quilting and fabrics. So, yeah, I'm just looking at this rainbow. Oh, yeah. Looks nicer on camera. That's a cheap shop one. Alright, in this bag, we've got the one square I made. I think we should continue this and make the blanket. It was kind of a pain in the bum to do, but it looks really good on camera. But see, you had to sew it all together. But it's actually quite soft. Okay, anyway, distraction. This is the twist yarn. This one is called Peyton's Inca, but I was sure the other one I had was Modavira. This is actually 3 twisted together, and each one is twisted. It's not like roving like the other one. Then I got Marvel Prints, Modavira. Ooh, this is black and white, but there's some blue in there. How pretty. Limited edition. This is mine. This is Sparkle Yarn by Sheeples. It's grey. It's a lighter grey on camera. A little bit darker in person. Almost greenish. Glitter tones. Next time I go to Kmart, Big W, I'd definitely pick up more of these. This is what I've used here, is a glitter tone. I just really like them. This is also my glitter tones black. Very nice. Ooh, maybe I could do some like dark mermaids with the black tails. Could do a little series. I've got my green. I must have put all my glitter yarns in here. These are totally worth it. So nice. They're a little bit thinner than these. I got another skein of this blue. Pretty sure this is Marvel Prints. So pretty. Then I got some cotton. Bella Baby Rattle. 55% acrylic and 45% cotton. I think they have something quite similar. Very nice. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's pretty. Put it with the cottons. I took a heap of these. Rings for keychains. Hinge rings. I took 2 boxes. And I think Mum was using them for these key fob chains. So I just need to sew these down, and I think you can keep like your Aldi coin or something in there, and then I'll put a little snap on there. So Mum made these with the embroidery machine, so so there's quite a few of those. Oh, and there's this bit that goes on. We were trying to figure that out. If it goes... I can't remember. Anyway, I've got to fix them up. Or we just leave these bits off. I don't know. So we've got some cute little... It's a blue one in the same design. It's like a little farm. Look, there's a little sheep. These are strawberries. I think they would be pretty popular. What else have I got in here? A sample. This is the waffle stitch blanket that I did for Lucy. There is a video on this. I'll put the video picture if you want to make it yourself. And I just did a sample of the color palette. I'm pretty sure these are, yeah, I think these are mine, because these are recent Marvel prints. This is a vintage, look, premium Marvel prints. It's a beautiful pastel rainbow. Ah, all my glitter yarns, purple. So pretty. So maybe we're probably going to do a lot of mermaids, so watch out for mermaid content coming. This is from Big W, Carnival 8-ply. Probably an old colorway that you can't get anymore. This is me, I think. I don't know if Mum had these or if it's... I think this is Mum's. Pretty. We've got some more of that cotton, the Bella Baby. It's a mess. We've got a pink one. And we've got one more, pink and blue. Bella Baby Rattle. Yeah. Very nice. And then we have a few more keychains. So I'll have to sort these out. There's one more colorway, which I think this could be popular too. Sunflowers. So yeah, I just got to figure out how to get them together. But yeah, we got the key rings. Okay, so that's it now. That's the haul. Alright, hope you enjoyed watching today, and I'll see you guys again soon. Probably with some mermaid dolls. Alright, bye! Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you see. And check out these other videos.